See, the water's just gonna get drier and drier. Like that. It's gonna dry up so much here when they did this. Yeah, I just wanted to go on here, crossing that again. But I also wanted to come in here and talk about these bands, resources corporations, and about this recent, if you're watching the news or if you're seeing it on social media or however you get your sources, you see that there's treaty talks going on here in so-called BC. It's a BC Treaty Commission that runs those talks.
No.
No, stay here. We're here walking the dogs.
Good job.
So,
Good job. Real good.
yeah, it's just gonna get drier here. Look at that. Yeah, there's a big, huge, there's a lot of issues, a lot of tensions, and about what's happening here in my band. Not just this area. This is actually reserve land, but off of this reserve land, there's several significant cultural sites and even our sacred sites that are being clear cut right now by these bands, these INAC bands. They're civil servants for the federal government.
I think the scam ladies with the cancel card.
Yeah, there's just a lot of mismanagement going on in all these bands, and a lot of issues that are happening around the non-disclosing of the financial statements here in this band, and they're trying to fix it and fudge the books. So, and they're using gift cards as a way to misdirect the financial records and mislabeling the gift cards as wellness directives or wellness supplies or community wellness or community support, whatever they're putting it. They're mislabeling these gift cards that they're using to embezzle funds from our band. So recently, they said every band member is entitled to $1,300 worth of these gift cards, and 1,000 of it was Canadian Tire gift cards, two $500 Canadian Tire gift cards, and one $300 local Kamloops Art Naps Gardening Center gift card for $300. So a total of $1,300 of gift cards that each band member, which there's 650, give or take, Neskonlith band members. So 650, they put it all, and they said on the newsletter that my mom gave me that this is a community wellness initiative, and the wellness center who the social worker there is nothing. The social worker there is the chief's wife, Angela Way. The health directors, Bonnie, August. And the band social development intake worker is Danielle Morin. And yeah, they said it was a initiative from that office. And then they were doing this, such a good initiative for our people. And to come and pick up your $1,300 or your gift cards. But the way they wrote it, I could see how some people would be happy if they just got one gift card. But I called them on it, and then so I got one Canadian Tire gift card and one $300 Kamloops Art and Ups. But I knew it was because they're trying to mislead the spending and cover up the embezzlement or mismanagement of funds by using these cards and mislabeling them on the financial statements, which, by the way, they haven't disclosed for 2025 yet. And so I'm sure they're trying to catch up,
Not all bands knew about this, so it's easy to keep those cards.
Oh yeah, and not all band members know about it, so it's easy to keep those cards that they went and put that. They put that, so 650 registered band members. So that's like over $800,000 that they took out of our band funds and mislabeled it as wellness support. Meanwhile, the band members didn't get those cards. In fact, my mom went to go pick up her grandkids' cards that live out of town, and they said, oh, they're not available. You can't get any cards. We just got scammed. So yeah, if you go online and you go just ask, why would public offices,
This is why we're here.
why would public offices use gift cards? And it is to hide the mismanagement and the embezzlement of funds and stuff. And so like Canadian Tire, that's a lot of money to without the consent of our people, spend band funds for only one revolving door through the economics. Like so much leakage right there, economic leakage. So $1,300, boom, it just goes out to Canadian Tire hands, boom, it just goes out. And it's the easiest. It's like cash, so it's really easy to cover up who's getting them or where they all went. That's $800,000 that I call for audit for. $800,000 of these missing cards that the band members didn't get, that they said. So
you didn't ask for your you had to ask for it.
And this is where they're destroying the cultural area. This is all. See, there's no need. I don't know why they're going and doing this to the soil. There's no need. They're just piling this up like this. See, look at this. This is so wrong. Meanwhile, I heard a lot of information that's coming out of this band office because you didn't know this, but when this chief first got elected as chief, Judy Wilson was ousted from her position, and she's a sober chief, and this guy is an alcoholic. So we've had a sober chief for so long, so you could just tell the deals he does. See, look at this. Even this. Look at that. Look at. That's right on the trail. It's right on a nature trail. But this guy, whoever's doing this destruction here, he's doing that. Yeah, so this company, I'll be sentenced in I don't know, maybe less than 2 weeks. I'll be sentenced for 2 assaults that I didn't do. And it's this company, this Band Resources Corporation, that's destroying our medicine harvesting area right here. It's them that lied about that I spit on them last Mother's Day. Not last Mother's Day, Mother's Day 2024. They lied that I spat on them as they drove by MMIW rally at Neskonlith entrance. This corporation that's cutting these trees at our cultural area. Like, look at that. Look at that. These guys are fucking idiots. See that? Fucking dumb. Oh, I mean, yeah. Anyways, look at that. Right by our medicine. I was just saying this is our pain medicine that they're just logging on. And right when our people and this country's in a like opioid fentanyl epidemic, they're destroying our traditional pain medication here.
In all our years, the road's never been that dry. We've been walking down that road.
Yeah, that road that we just walked down with, that's always been really nice, and it's never been that dry. See, look at that. Yeah, this band, soon as this chief got in, he signed a mutual benefit agreement with Trans Mountain Pipeline. After all those years of us fighting the pipeline up there in the Rockies, in our territory, Sukwamakutluk, he went and signed off on a mutual benefit agreement. And they got $50 million. That mutual benefit agreement was signed with Neskonlith Indian Band and Trans Mountain Pipeline. After all those years of us fighting the pipeline up there, he signed it and it was for $50 million. So the stipulations on that mutual benefit agreement, one of them is they have to sign a non-disclosure agreement to not talk about it. And the other thing is that they're required to censor opposition to the Trans Mountain Pipeline. And that's us. And we're serving a sentence in this community that signed for $50 million in order to censor us. So you want to know where those charges stem from. And I did several things in my trial to prove that they were lying. To prove that they were lying, that I didn't even spit on them. In fact, I don't know them. And through this time since I was charged in 2024, and I had more dealings with this company because I live in this community. Their office is just a hop, skip, and a jump. It's just like adjacent, like borders our property line, so it's right there. And when they signed that agreement, it was like they felt like
That's why we're talking about the ecosystem. How
Aisha's gonna go live on TikTok later on his thing. But yeah, just wanted to show you this and talk politics a little bit while I was going by here, because I'm have to get it out, you know. I'm getting sentenced in less than 2 weeks from this corporation. That's a band-run corporation. If you go look online, it says they service the Neskonlith band members. We know that's not true.
no one knew about this. Who really knew about about this.
Yeah, nobody knows about this because this is like a lot of people just drive down this road for a like that have residential property down there, or they live down there. Otherwise, they're not traveling down there. And so they've been doing a lot of things. Like one of the things this band corporation is doing is they're making agreements that undermine our Secwepemc title and rights, but they don't have title and rights. These people in this entity as a corporation, they do not hold Secwepemc title and can make decisions about it. Our title is held collectively, so all of us in the Secwepemc Nation, we all hold our Secwepemc title collectively. Yeah, we're going for a walk right now. That's a battle rope. I don't know, it's about 30 pounds. Seems heavier when it's, I'll hold on it sometimes, just to help a little bit, but I can't carry much weight when I'm walking. Check that out, see?
They're so strong, you have to like somewhat drop it back, see? And they get out of control.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, you guys want to run. See, now they got more weight.
Mm-hmm. Before there would be more deer. We didn't see much deer since they start cutting back here.
Yeah, last time we spotted was about a week ago. We've seen two.
Yeah. 2 whitetail.
Yeah. It is. What would you say? That's about at least 10 acres they clear cut it. It's not a small area.
Yeah, in our community where our reserve is a small, narrow tract of land pushed up against the hillside between the hillside and the Trans-Canada Highway, number 1. And then there's the railway, and then there's the river. So we have this huge national industrial transportation corridor through our reserve, and we don't want to add more since our people are already contaminated by the exhaust, by the vapors that come off at the train and the highway. We've had community members get lung transplants and die waiting on the waiting list for lung transplants. And we live right by the highway in our community, and no band member and no band has ever been compensated for that exhaust and that vapors and the contaminants of oil and such that go along the land that goes through our reserve. And there's the train too. And now it's even way more lenient of the chemicals that they're able to carry on the trains without proper labeling. And so, yeah, it smells, you could smell the flowers.
Mayuk, just recently they started stopping. Like two shootings and they never stopped. Remember? The train. What was the food? They don't need to stop on your end.
Yeah, we don't want them to stop in our community, or we don't want these trucks mustered in our community. See, that tree doesn't have a top on it. Check that out.
That looks like a little nesting tree. That'd be awesome nesting tree.
Yeah, so these resource corporations, they're making deals like as if they are the title holders when they're not. They're a corporation. And they're main purpose of why they were established in the first place, these resource corporations that the band owns, is to bid on woodlot licenses, along with, the recent white high school student that just graduated and inherited uncle's logging equipment, They're bidding on woodlot license along those guys. They're not bidding against Weyerhaeuser or Tolko or any big thing. That's why these bands start getting into businesses with these settler logging companies. It's because they don't have that equipment where that one young boy gets inherited from his sama uncle. And so I'm just saying, they're not, when they do these woodlot licenses with the province, it's not based on our title and rights. They still pay stumpage to the province. It's degrading. It's degrading. It's the same as begging for food to feed your kids, is going and doing these woodlot licenses with the province, and these permits with the province and stuff. That's because we have title and rights. And anyways, these there's a bunch of shady stuff going on, but one of the things is I'm being sentenced soon for 2 assaults that I didn't commit, that it was completely fabricated. It's so stupid. You think that people could hear the judge would hear all of the, like, it doesn't, there's no credibility with those with witnesses and the things that they are saying. Like, they made 2 police reports. The first one, they couldn't get at me for anything. So then they phoned back 2 days later and said that I spit on them. And this time they said he lied and said I spat on open sores on his arm. That's Kirk Sauls. And the other one said another lie that said I spat right directly in his face, and it got on his glasses and it went dripping down his face and it went in his ear. And both of these guys were sitting in the driver's side of those big Ford F-350. This is what they said on their testimony, that they were they were driving Ford F-350s. Was it 350s or 550? Do you remember? Did they say they were in 550s or 350s?
I don't remember exactly.
But that's basically the same width, 350s and 550s, the big Ford industrial trucks. Anyways, they said I walked up to the passenger side and spat on them from the passenger side, and that spit did that. And then the first guy, he said he drove onto the highway, then he pulled off to the side about 70 feet away, and he turned back and he seen me spit on the other guy on his arm in the truck, from 70 feet away. Like, if you're from Neskonlith, that little turnoff outside the hall. He said he parked there and seen it at night. And so there was only one time that I seen 2 trucks go by there like that were Skacheen industry trucks, and one of them had a trailer that was hauling a bobcat. So I knew, that when they made the police report and I read it, that's what they were in, I knew what vehicle it was. Because there was only one that entire day, and I knew that they were the ones spreading the hazardous dumping millings on the other side of the river. And they only have one bobcat, so there's only one trailer that went by, and that was a utility trailer, and that's what I documented, and I have video footage of. Shows I didn't spit, shows I drove by without incident. But then, right on the stand, when I tendered that video evidence in cross-examination of Kirk Sauls, he instantly lied, and he said, "Gooseneck, I was driving the gooseneck, and he goes and he starts rambling on about how you have to drive a gooseneck and how you have to steer it to do that corner, and on and on. I rolled like, bullshit. You sound like such a fucking liar having to over embellish everything. But the judge bought it. He says it's true because how he described how to drive a gooseneck. I drove a gooseneck before, and I know that's how you have to drive it. Yeah, but that's circumstantial evidence that you know how to fucking drive a gooseneck, and he does too. You know? And right before that, Aisha, the sheriffs told Aisha, hey, this judge owns a ranch, you know. Hence why he knows about gooseneck, and they had this little buddy moment about this gooseneck and convicted me based on it. Another thing where he over embellishes, Kirk Sauls also, he's a fucking expert liar, and if you know this family, there's plenty of them in this same family. I don't know him. I know his grandma and grandpa. I know one of his uncles. I don't know this kid. Anyways, I gotta get going because it's just gonna go live on his and just show the land and stuff. And I gotta just be present here.